Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. So I've been covering the whole restock situation with PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And one of the factors that is prevalent with all of this situation is the fact that production on these consoles cannot happen fast enough. And a large part of that is because AMD, who manufactures CPU and GPU chips and parts that are needed for these consoles, is basically not able to keep up with the demand. I think both Sony and Microsoft have actually asked them to ramp up production, but of course they basically make these chips for everything. So it's like they're being bombarded on all sides. Just the other day, Microsoft came out and said it looks like for the foreseeable future, these constraints will be happening in the spring, or ending in the spring, I should say. That by springtime, you should be able to start seeing console production ramp up and see these stocked up a little bit more commonly. Jim Ryan from Sony also echoed that same sentiment as well in the past, but now AMD themselves is echoing this and confirming the unfortunate truth that if you want a console, it's going to be very limited as far as stocks go until the foreseeable mid 2021 timeline. So here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, why don't you click that red subscription button down below. Let's read this article. So PS5 and Xbox Series X restock. AMD reveals when shortages will subside. So don't expect lots of PS5 and Xbox Series X stock to arrive before mid-2021. And this is what people were fearing. I read this all the time in my comment section. People are like, oh man, please don't let it be that long. I don't want to wait that long. We have to wait that long, guys. It doesn't look like it's going to be any easier, any quicker, unfortunately, for you guys, which does suck. But let's talk real quick before we get into this again. That does not mean that there won't be the odd restock that has been happening where Target will throw some bundles out, or GameStop or Walmart. There will be limited inventory restocks happening between now and then, but the constraints, this is what they're talking about, the constraints of restocks should be better by mid 2021, hopefully, God willingly. So let's continue on. It says, finding where to buy the PS5 and Series X consoles is almost impossible right now, despite Sony and Microsoft's best efforts to make sure retailers have plenty of stock. But it's not quite as simple as just making more. You can't make consoles without the right components, and AMD had warned that the current chip shortages will be continuing into at least mid-2021. And there was already a chip shortage before the pandemic hit as well, that I recall. So toss that on top of that, and it is an unfortunate situation for people that are wanting to get a console. So it says that means it's not going to get easier to pick up a new console anytime soon. So this news comes from AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su during the company's quarter 4 and full 2020 financial results. So this was as a result of their financial 2020 year. While the company still brought in 1.28 billion last year, Su expects that there will still be tightness, I like that word, until more production capacity is available. That's not expected to happen until at least the second half of this year. So we're looking at, I originally was saying maybe April, May, a second half June, July. Maybe that's why it seems like the video games that are coming out are being pushed back. Like I think today Returnal just got pushed to April. Maybe developers are slowly pushing their games back. That way they could be bought by more people and better played. And more consoles would be sold, and the sales numbers would go up. I think that's the case on that. That's speculation on my behalf, though. But yeah, if I was a developer, even though it might add to the production time, if I had a game that was coming out like right now, I would just wait until more consoles were available. That way it sells better on its launch. Just my speculation. But anyways, this says PS5 and Xbox Series X restocks AMD bottleneck. So this is the issue going on with AMD. They're kind of like in a tough place at all angles from all companies. So since AMD is a supplier of the custom CPUs and GPUs used by both the Xbox Series X and PS5, it means they too will have limited production capacity until AMD is able to expand its production. So there's literally like everybody's wanting them to ramp up their production, you know, all the way around. I mean, hey, being that much in demand is good business at the end of the day. So they're killing it. I might have to invest in AMD. Now, fewer chips means fewer consoles, and fewer consoles means those infuriating stock shortages are not going to end anytime soon. Microsoft has already confirmed the Xbox Series X and S stock situation isn't going to improve until April at the earliest. And this was part of the story that I talked about yesterday. Real quick, just to touch on it, you could see the news was confirmed in their conference calls with investors, with the CFO confirming demand for the Xbox Series S and S significantly exceeded supply, and future sales will still be constrained by the supply. So the CEO, Satya Nadella, said that it was the most successful launch in Microsoft Xbox history, with most devices ever sold in the launch month, but that they're having trouble keeping the demand. So they confirmed it through their conference call in a story that I actually talked about, I think, a day or two ago. I don't know. The days are fluctuating together. So it said, unfortunately, limited stock is not the only thing making the PS5 and Xbox Series X so hard to find. Demand for both consoles is extraordinarily high and has been for months as gamers try to upgrade their existing systems. To make matters worse, that demand has also attracted the attention of scalpers who have been using bots to pick up consoles to sell for overinflated prices. So it's been a perfect storm, guys. I guess it's a scalper's paradise right now because not enough of these consoles are being produced anyway. So it's already, you know, scarcity on top of artificial demand and scarcity on top of the scalping and the hype. It's like a perfect storm. You know, very interesting case. So here we go. In the meantime, I will be providing you guys restock updates as best as I can. I've been doing it on a near daily basis, even though lots of times it's kind of like, hey, nothing's new. So I would just keep your eyes open. Sign up for your notifications on Twitter. You might get lucky with an odd stock drop. I have people in my chat tell me all the time that they've managed to get one. So good luck. Don't give up. Don't think that you're not going to get one at all. You eventually will get one. Funnel system. You keep trying until you get that moment. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you.